Ever wondered about the invisible gears turning behind the businesses you interact with every day? The apps that streamline your home services? The platforms that connect you with local professionals? Today, we're diving deep into one of those gears, specifically Jobber. You've probably seen it, maybe even used it. But have you ever stopped to ask, who actually owns Jobber? It's a question that goes beyond simple curiosity. It's about understanding the forces shaping the tools we rely on, the direction of the industry, and ultimately the future of how service businesses operate. And honestly, it's a question that, when I first started digging, had me going down a serious rabbit hole. See, Jobber isn't just another app. It's a comprehensive platform designed to help home service businesses manage everything from scheduling and invoicing to client communication and online payments. Think of it as the digital backbone for plumbers, landscapers, cleaners, and a whole host of other tradespeople. In a world increasingly dominated by digital solutions, Jobber has carved out a significant niche. But the story of Jobber, like many tech companies, is one of evolution. It's a journey from humble beginnings to significant growth, and that growth often involves changes in ownership, investment, and strategic direction. So let's rewind a bit. Jobber was founded in 2011 by two entrepreneurs, Forrest Zeisler and Sam Pillar, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. They saw a gap in the market. Small, often family-run, service businesses were struggling to keep up with the demands of modern customers. They were drowning in paperwork, missing appointments, and struggling to get paid on time. Zeisler and Pillar aimed to solve these problems by creating a simple, user-friendly platform that would streamline operations and improve efficiency. Initially, Jobber was bootstrapped. They relied on their own resources and early customer revenue to grow. This allowed them to maintain complete control over the company and its direction. They focused on building a strong product and cultivating a loyal customer base. The early days were about organic growth and building a solid foundation. However, as Jobber's popularity grew, so did its need for capital. To scale its operations, expand its team, and further develop its platform, the company needed to secure external funding. This is where the story gets a bit more complex. In 2017, Jobber announced its first major round of funding, a Series A round of $8 million, led by Round 13 Capital. This was a significant milestone for the company, signaling its potential for rapid growth. This investment allowed Jobber to expand its team, enhance its product offerings, and accelerate its marketing efforts. Following the Series A, Jobber continued to attract attention from investors. In 2019, the company raised a Series B round of $17 million, again led by Round 13 Capital, with participation from other investors. This round of funding further fueled Jobber's growth, enabling it to expand its reach and invest in new features and technologies. But here's the crucial point. These funding rounds, while essential for growth, also meant that Jobber's ownership structure was changing. When a company raises venture capital, investors typically receive equity in exchange for their investment. This means that the founders and early employees own a smaller percentage of the company, while the investors become significant shareholders. So, who owns Jobber now? The answer is a blend of the founders, employees, and venture capital firms. While Zeisler and Pillar remain key figures in the company, holding significant stakes, Round 13 Capital and other investors are also major shareholders. However, the story doesn't end there. In 2021, Jobber announced a massive Series D funding round of $100 million, led by Summit Partners. This was a game-changer for the company, catapulting it into a new phase of growth. This investment allowed Jobber to accelerate its product development, expand its team, and further solidify its position as a leading platform for home service businesses. This Series D funding round also significantly altered the ownership landscape. Summit Partners, as the lead investor, now holds a substantial stake in Jobber. This means that the company's ownership is now distributed among a wider range of investors, including venture capital firms and potentially other institutional investors. Now, it's important to understand the role of these investors. Venture capital firms like Round 13 Capital and Summit Partners are not just passive shareholders. They play an active role in the company's strategic direction, providing guidance, support, and expertise. They are invested in Jobber's success and are committed to helping the company achieve its growth potential. However, this also means that Jobber's focus may shift to align with the interests of its investors. While the company remains committed to serving its customers, it must also deliver returns to its investors. This can sometimes lead to changes in product development, pricing, and overall strategy. So, to answer the initial question, who owns Jobber? The answer is a complex mix of the founders, employees, and venture capital firms. While Zeisler and Pillar remain influential figures, the company's ownership is now distributed among a wider range of investors, including Round 13 Capital and Summit Partners. But beyond the question of ownership, it's important to consider the broader implications of these investments. Jobber's growth reflects the increasing demand for digital solutions in the home service industry. The company's success is a testament to the power of technology to transform traditional businesses. The influx of capital also signals the growing interest in the home service sector. Investors see the potential for significant growth in this market, driven by factors such as the aging population, the increasing demand for convenience, and the growing adoption of digital technologies. Looking ahead, Jobber is poised for continued growth. The company is focused on expanding its platform, enhancing its features, and reaching new customers. It is also investing in new technologies, such as artificial intelligence and machine learning, to further improve its platform and provide even greater value to its users. The future of Jobber will likely involve further changes in ownership and investment. As the company continues to grow, it may attract additional investors or even consider going public. This would further diversify its ownership structure and potentially lead to new strategic partnerships. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.